near the wild with Matt Becker, John Norris, and Ggreg Chaille.
Hello.
The John Norris. And who's that?
That's what?
That's you. That's Cat.
I think you dialed late.
What?
I got on like the do. You know how it goes, do. I got do.
Yeah.
That's where I jumped in.
Well, I dial once and it dials both of you at the same time. So if there's any complaints here, it's to the dialing robot and not the idiot with the microphone in his hand. That's me, by the way.
It's a fun race every time you call. Who's going to pick up first? And it's never me.
Do I sound better than John, though?
Well, I haven't heard enough of John.
Okay. Go ahead, John.
Testing. Mic check. Mic check 1, 2.
Yeah,
Sound
Becker.
like you're in a toilet stall.
Becker, yours does sound better.
Okay, good.
I don't want you two to fight, though. I mean, you guys are both in the same...
No, it's not that. It's not even a competition. But
How do I
think I won?
It certainly is. Yeah, there is no competition in this one. Hands down, your sound quality is superior today, Mr. Matt Becker.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
There are no winners.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, guys.
Yeah, happy St.
Patrick's Day.
What do you guys do for St. Patrick's Day? Anything?
Corned beef and getting drunk.
Corned beef. Oh.
You didn't make corned beef? You're the guy. I told Becky, I go, if anyone has corned beef right now, it's Ggreg Chaille.
No, I'm actually I'm in Seattle, Washington today.
You're right. They don't have corned beef in Seattle.
Well, I'm in Bellevue, and we're getting ready to go on Sunday to St. Louis to the haunt attraction and something, I don't know what it's called. The Halloween, the haunt show we go to every year. So I'm basically at the shop, my brother's shop, Ghost Ride, and I don't have access to a kitchen. So what am I going to do? Bring a big thing of corned beef and say, "Hey, everyone, take a bite"? I don't know.
Yeah, you just throw it in a bunch of salt, and then you eat it.
We have fake salt. This is a prop shop. We have fake meat and real drills.
Is there a market for fake salt?
There's a market for everything, John. You just got to find it. That's you millennials. That's if you just figure that out.
Do you remember that used to make me laugh when I go to Pier 1 when I was little. I was like, why do they have fake fruit? That's just like, is it to tease the homeless? Yeah, Pier 1.
And it's 10 times more expensive than real fruit. But
it doesn't go bad, John.
Never goes bad. So I'm out here in wonderful Bellevue, rainy Bellevue, Washington. I was trying to pull up the weather so we could tease John, but then I realized Becker's back home in Anchorage, so I'd be basically flaunting good weather in both of your faces, and I can't because it's raining and it's 35 degrees here in Bellevue, Washington. 44 degrees, sorry, in Bellevue. So there's a weather report.
We have a tradition at my house where when I leave for 2.5 months, they don't shovel off my car or put air in the tires. And so I got back and I went to do it and I couldn't find the charger. And then Becky goes, "Well, my dad used it for some, but I know he brought it back." And I go, "Where'd he put it?" And she goes, "Well, I don't know that part." And so we've looked everywhere. We can't find it. But you can't just I have one of those jump starters.
Like a thing that you charge by plugging into
portable
your
battery, and it'll start the car, no question. Boom! It's like it replaces the battery, puts a big volt through it, bam.
It's like that thing they give people who are having a heart attack, where they rub the paddles together with a little cream, and then they hit their chest.
Or those drug lords when they hook them up and put water all over you with 2 sponges and 2 sticks. Yeah, you gotta tell me.
Same thing.
Yeah, so I was jumped it, but the thing is, then it's running, but the tires are flat, so then I have to go get the air compressor. So I go get the air compressor, wait for it to fill. Then I realized the nozzle wasn't on the air compressor, so I had to go back to the shed to get the nozzle, bring it back. There's no screw-in part on the nozzle. So now the car's running. If I shut it off, it's done. I know it's not charging enough to keep it alive.
Yeah.
And it's got flat tires, so I fill up the tire. It's still got the cartoon huge thing of what do you call it? Snow on top. 6 feet of snow sitting out there. And so I'm driving around like it's a carnival thing. But I finally get the car filled thing. It's running, but I know if I shut it off, so I throw the jumper thing in back, going around to Costco. Day isn't perfect, but it's getting better, I guess. go, and then the car's overheating as I get about halfway to Costco, and I go, what the fuck? Well, there's a big piece of ice in the goddamn fan.
Oh, so it's blocking the fan from spinning?
Not blocking it, stopped it from spinning.
It sounds like a real production. You should just get a horse. Get rid of the car, ride around on a horse. You just got to give it some food every day.
Oh, my God. And I haven't seen a moose since I got back, so I don't know what the survey is all about.
We got rid of them. We got rid of all the moose since you've been gone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, yeah, anyway, that's my thing is I'm back. I went from fucking 98 degrees to some god-awful 16, and it's windy and cold, and there's snow all over everything. You can do nothing. It's a waste of time. Why'd I come?
Oh, you go skiing. You could go ice skating.
Yeah, let's add a wind chill to this shit. That's fucking brilliant. I don't think John's ready to understand why we flee this state.
I don't know why anybody would leave.
Maybe you're a teacher and you don't want to get paid half, or maybe you work at any of the EPA or the NPA or the PPA. They've just cut everything in the state of Alaska. Oh, and NPR and PPR, or what's the one you work for?
PBS?
Yeah, they're cutting all of it.
We have too many acronyms. It's not right.
If you guys hadn't gotten into abortions, he wouldn't have cut it, but you did.
They're also getting rid of PBJ and BLTs.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Public media might get cut, so I guess I need to find a new line of work.
Nonsense. You can always go into. I don't even know anybody who's going to be left working, John. Helping people move. Do that.
Yeah. Moving van.
Yard sales is going to be a great time for yard sales.
Yard sales signs. You could be one of the sandwich board guys.
I know a dozen people that have all dove into real estate thinking, oh, this is brilliant. I love it. We have the most overrated real estate right now still, thank God. But the interest rate going up is going to just kill them, and then half the decent paying jobs are leaving. I just want to see what happens when real estate guys lose their minds. We should do a reality show.
Yeah, Alaska needs another reality show.
Nice. It's a 5-bedroom. It's out in the middle of nowhere. Gas. It's very reasonable. I can afford to drive out here. I can't afford to live here.
Hey, what's the deal with the Iditarod? I saw the 4th dog died.
Oh, I don't know. I stopped paying attention. I told you last time. Once it leaves Anchorage, it's done.
That's it?
Care. Yeah.
Wow.
It's dead to you?
Yeah, it's happening way over there. It's like 1,000 miles. It's 1,000 miles away. I don't care what's happening.
Is it still going on, the race?
The oldest guy ever won it in the fastest time. Come on, John.
That means nothing to me. Like
what? That old people.
Name one of his dogs. Name one of his dogs, Becker. They're the ones doing all the work.
What? Slushy.
Hey, you.
I bet there's a Slushy.
Hey, you.
Rest in peace, Slushy.
Rest in peace. Is it over or is it still going on?
The guy won, but I think there's still some people who haven't finished yet.
No, it was a record time. Usually it goes till St. Patrick's Day. That's always when it fucks it up. Because if they'd ever planned it the other way, I'd be in Nome.
Yeah, well, that guy, Mitch Seavey, 56 years old.
But that's his kid he beat.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, yeah, Dallas.
Dallas has won the last 2 years. His dad beat him by record time. It was record ever. And I'm like going, this is fucking brilliant. This is like only 2 people really ever win.
This is fucking brutal. Yeah. Well,
dogs,
that's awesome.
PETA was downtown putting flowers all over Balto because we have a statue of Balto. He was the original dog.
Yeah.
And and they were putting flowers on it saying, well, God bless those poor dogs. They all died. They're all sad and dead. And then the Iditarod release statement. Yeah, it's a tragedy when dogs die on the trail, but at least they died doing something they enjoy. Not like these people downtown putting flowers on statues.
Is that insinuating that they're going to die?
Everyone's going to die, John.
We're going to go after the PETA people?
No, PETA people. What are they going to? They're just let them live. They're miserable.
Here's the thing. So we celebrate Balto. Balto never ran 1,000 miles. Balto ran like 100 miles.
Understood.
1,000 miles is too long. They're like, yeah, these dogs love to run. Like, I love to eat nachos. You don't want to watch me eat 1,000 plates of nachos.
No, but John, do you understand the appeal of like you eating 1,000 nachos? People would show up for that. Who the fuck's going to watch a dog run 100 yards? I've had a dog run away and do that.
I'd totally watch John eat 100 plates of nachos, not even 1,000.
Set it up. If I get a free truck, if I do it, that's the rule. I get a new Dodge Ram if I eat all 100 plates.
Oh, I think that's fucking brilliant. I guarantee, yeah. 100 plates of nachos with, and we got to throw like 10 circus peanuts in too.
Cut to John was killed during his nacho eating expedition when a snow machine came out of nowhere and hit him.
Oh, no. Here's what we do. We put those fucking nachos in one of those dunk tanks, and then people throw balls, and once they hit it, you fall down. You got to start eating right when you get dunked into the nacho tank.
I don't want to eat anything that's been that close to my balls.
Oh, you're not getting your balls?
I don't want to fall in a tank of nachos.
Oh, God. That'd be the best.
It would be at least as exciting as the Iditarod.
Throw him a life preserver. You're like laying in the cheese. Throw him a life preserver. And then John just yells, no, throw more chips.
I'm out of chips.
No
chips.
Hey, Greg, before you leave Seattle, I want you to buy a lotto ticket. Just get one of those Powerball tickets or one of the Mega Super. Yeah, just buy one because I want to win it. Just because I always sit there. I don't fantasize about winning the money. I have money. I don't need it anymore. The thing I think is funny is just what you could do with extreme money, like be president, say. But but the point is just the idea, like do like a hot dog eating contest or whatever, and like go, we're giving away $100,000 because they give away like it's like $3,000 you win like on 4th of July. Nope, we're doing it. But you go to like the Sudan where they're all starving to death and you have to sit there and eat the record number of hot dogs while they're all watching and you go, I can't do this. And I go, do it. I'm begging you.
So I
always wanted to do an episode of Chopped over there too. I thought that'd be funny.
Where?
Like, here's an onion, rutabaga, and a tire. And they're like, da 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 da. And you go, man, it's like you've made this a dozen times.
And a tire. Chopped means something different in a country where they chop off your hand for stealing an apple, though.
Yeah, but they eat your hand.
You might. Hey, that ingredient's not in the basket. Wait.
I say we hang them. I say we boil them.
Well, I did see that the Alaska Dispatch News, ADN.com, has listed the acts for the Alaska State Fair this year. Did you guys see?
Oh, yeah.
Did you see that lineup? I thought it was prom.
Well,
it's the worst acts I've ever seen ever in the history. We've always gone back and forth that they've driven the price up of all the acts in the state by their overbooking of them. And this year, they've got shittier bands than we ever booked.
Well, the thing is that they hired one of the first bands that we brought out to Coots was Papa Roach, and they've already been out twice. And
there's a moneymaker.
Yeah, and then Moose's Tooth brought out Third Eye Blind years ago, and now they're coming out again.
There's a moneymaker. This is like Deja Vu Fair.
Deja Vu Fair.
They built a time machine. I think that they're very in the lead.
And then the big Saturday night show, they got an impressionist. He's going to pretend like he's popular.
Dude, he looks like there's another guy who's does the puppets, and I thought it was
I thought
his
it
name?
was that guy too. And then they go, no, he's an impressionist, and Tony Favor. Wasn't he a puppet guy?
I thought he was a puppet guy.
He's got a puppet on him, but I thought it was that one guy who does Ahmed the terrorist or whatever. What's that guy's name?
No, that's no. There's another one. Remember from one of those fucking You Could Be Popular shows.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, he won that. Terry Favor, right?
Yeah.
It is him, isn't it?
Yeah, that's him.
But yeah, he was the one he had a bunch of religious shit in at the end. And I had people from like Wasilla came in and they went, that guy changed my fucking life, man. That guy fucking changed my life. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, change your oil first.
Maybe the puppet guy?
Jeff Dunham.
Jeff Dunham.
Jeff Dunham is the other one.
I mean, this guy looks similar to him. I mean, why not, right? There's two Gallaghers.
Where there's two famous puppet comedians.
Well, the best was where Brandon Walsh was going to be on like Premium Blend or something, right?
Yeah.
And I remember it was like a night when I could actually watch it. So I was like, oh, he's going to be on. I'll watch it live. This will be great. And Jeff Dunham's special had run over. It was a pre-recorded one.
Yeah.
But then later, Brendan Walsh said that they were such dicks about what I could say and what I couldn't say. And they just edited the shit out of him.
Uh-huh.
And it ran over. And so they cut to Brandon Walsh already doing his act. But it cut over with the Saddam getting fucked in the ass or something. At the end, that's his big closer.
Yeah.
The puppet guy.
No, I was gonna say that doesn't sound like Brendan's fucking act.
No, but literally it went from commercial, came back, and Brendan Walsh was on and partially already doing his act. Yeah. And I went, I can't believe they censored you when you got interrupted by a guy doing a puppet fucking another puppet.
Yeah.
I think I knew who the puppet was in this story. The guy who watched that special instead of Brandon.
What about the poor people in the Midwest who thought it was the same comic? Where'd the puppet go? I had no idea that it's the same guy.
Realistic.
Yeah, I've seen Brendan. I'm not a fan of puppet acts. He gets the credit. Write that down. There's got to be a place where we can send a comment card. Well, guys, yeah, we had last week the wonderful Golden Pipes of Chad Shank. And then,
that was so fun. Thank you.
Yeah, I think we're going to try and do that again because we're still working on some of his equipment because he does voiceover work and he had to get a bunch. He just got a bunch of new equipment in, so we're going to. I think next week or the week after. I don't know. I'll be at the show all next week, so I don't know if we can record. I might have something to put out there, but yeah, he had a blast and we got ripped after that and had a good time. But that was fun.
So did we, Greg. So did we.
Yes.
The best time. Chad Shank, always welcome here.
I just, and then on April, we'll give a plug right now. April 6th is Mishka Shubale and Christine Levine at the Stock Exchange in Bisbee, downtown Bisbee, Old Bisbee. And Chad Shank's going to actually be there performing with Mishka, and I will be hosting the show.
Oh, nice. This is turning into a variety town.
Yeah. Well, actually, there's two other venues that are doing comedy on a semi-regular basis. Not two other, but the Stock Exchange and then the Quarry down the street. Both have comedy shows this month, and then the Mishka one on April 6th, which they've done before. And, so it's starting to become more of a regular thing. And then May 20th, we've got the live podcast, live audience podcast with, Doug Stanhope and, Bert Kreischer at the Royale.
The new home of comedy.
Where comedy went to be colorful.
We're brainstorming some slogans.
We're spitballing here, guys. But the tickets will go on sale. They should be on sale by now, by the time this goes out, at dougstanhope.com or Brown Paper Tickets. There'll be a link there. And that's, if you get on the mailing list, then you already knew about it. And that's why when you go there now, it probably says sold out because there's only a limited number of tickets for that one. But it'll be fun.
I'm going to buy all the tickets and then sell them at a higher price.
Yeah, try that. Unless you're on the mailing list, you won't even know.
Not on the mailing list. I probably started too late on this plan.
Well, that's the way it goes.
So my new St. Patrick's Day tradition is to get drunk the night before St. Patrick's Day.
Oh.
Worked really well. So now I have a bit of a hangover. Now I have a St. Patrick's Day hangover. But it's so much more convenient to get drunk at bars not on St. Patrick's Day. There's absolutely nobody playing bagpipes in your face the night before St. Patrick's Day. So I recommend it. I met a guy from New Zealand. His name was Dave. Mm-hmm. He said New Zealanders are boring, so don't go. So he wasn't he didn't work for the tourism industry.
Oh, do you see what happened in New Zealand today?
What happened?
That's a good story. It'll really get you to go if you like dogs. They had a bomb-sniffing dog going through the bags in New Zealand at their little Auckland airport there.
Yeah.
And he got loose, so he got outside, which is where I'd go if I was a fucking bomb-sniffing dog, get some fresh air.
Yeah.
Tired of smelling patchouli and surfboards. And and he's out there running on the tarmac. Well, they were delaying flights because he was running all over, just having a ball. And he's the cutest little fucking dog. And somebody there in charge of something shot him.
What?
Oh, no.
Well, the planes are being delayed. We got to do something.
Oh my God! Hold on.
So they shot the bomb-sniffing dog.
I'm gonna go put some flowers on the Balto statue right now.
Where's PETA now, huh?
Jesus.
Yeah, that's a working dog.
I know, but the thing is, just the idea. And when you see the picture of him, you're gonna melt because you go, "Oh my God!" I don't have a problem with that kid drowning, fucking trying to boat himself to a different country, but that dog did nothing wrong.
That's a cute dog.
You have to go outside to smoke.
Aren't like bomb sniffing dogs supposed to be like really well trained?
Oh, not faster than a speeding bullet if that's what you're getting at.
Yeah, it's when I was taking the train from L.A. Union Station to Fullerton and back and forth last year, quite frequently, I was standing on the platform, which is open air in Fullerton, and one of these trains that's double high with the container, the semi-truck containers. That thing went swinging by one time, and I remember I was standing just a little bit too close to the yellow line. You're not supposed to get closer than the yellow line. And I thought, motherfucker, that is a lot of fucking power rushing by me right now. What does a fucking jumbo jet look like to a dog running around on the are you sure the dog wasn't trying to get the fuck out of the way and planes just kept boxing him in?
Well, he's probably chasing that red laser dot that was out on the tarmac.
It just seems, I've seen those other videos too on the island out in the, I don't know where it is, the South Atlantic or something, where the approach from the planes taking off and landing and taking off, is like blows the tourists into the water.
Yeah.
You know the place I'm talking, I'm sure you've seen the video. We've talked about it before, I'm sure. Yeah. It's like, why? There's so much going on there. Why would you even want to get that close? That's
Maybe
a lot of power.
That's his job.
Yeah, well, it was his job, and he was taking it seriously. And did they kill the dog, or did they aim to maim it?
No, they killed it.
Oh man.
No, they shot it point blank in the head.
Good shot. Hey, one shot, one kill.
It was delaying. They said it delayed like 7 flights.
But that's how many planes like land in a month in New Zealand, right?
Well, the thing is, just tell the planes to take off. A dog's not going to take out a fucking plane. He doesn't have a bomb on him.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I checked. They did some investigating. They checked his instant messages, and he had connections to ISIS. That's what I heard.
Yeah, but Apple won't unlock his phone, so they're fucked.
There's a disturbing video message on Facebook.
Well, that's sad news. Sad news from New Zealand.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Another reason not to go to New Zealand. You're boring and you kill dogs for no reason.
I'm glad.
I expect that in the Philippines.
In the Philippines, they say somebody left their lunch on the runway. I meet a lot of people when I'm drinking. I should drink more or less, probably. I met this dude Jimmy, who's the head brewer for 10 Barrel Brewing in Bend, Oregon.
What's 10 Barrel? Is it well, yeah, brewery. That's beer.
It's a small brewery, clearly.
Yeah.
They make beer, and they got like some pubs all over the West Coast. So I met that dude. He bought me some beer. Great people. Just wanted to give a shout out to 10 Barrel because I got a free beer.
What kind of beer did he get you?
It was a pale ale.
Oh, all right.
So that's all it takes to be a sponsor of Near the Wild is he buy me one.
What did he weigh? What did he weigh?
What did he weigh? I would guess maybe 230, 240 is pretty big dude.
How tall was he? About 3'7"?
Over 6 foot. He's probably 6'2", 6'3".
Okay. So decent. So it fit the profile then. Good.
Yeah.
I was just thinking of a big overweight trucker looking guy going, yeah, we make beer. I get all the stuff they can't sell.
Hey, John, what was he doing in Alaska?
I guess they're doing this like marketing thing where they're just traveling to different cities that have recently started selling their beer and they're just drinking with people. I guess like all I can assume is their marketing department was like, we have this much money. we can put up some signs in some cities. And they're like, well, why don't we just buy some plane tickets instead?
Hey, Daryl's going up there anyway. Why don't we just give him like, I don't know, like $50 of barrel cash and see what we can.
He was rolling deep. He had like 10 people with him.
He's busy. He craft beer grooming kids. He's like, hey, you come over here. He's combing your hair at the bar, John.
Yep.
Like, here, get him a beer.
Oh, get this Bud Light out of here.
Now all of a sudden it's dirty. It's dirty business. And John's being disgusted. Wait, was I a rube?
Oh my God. I thought it was weird. He said, here, take off your pants. I'll give you a belt buckle.
I just really, when he was like, yeah, I'll buy a beer. I just wanted to be like, great, I will have a Miller Lite, please.
Yeah. Show them what a tool you are.
But I had their beer and it was great. Nice people. Brewers are the best people. They just get drunk all day.
I like buying drinks for people, like especially when they don't expect it. You know?
No, it's a big deal. People enjoy it.
I bought a drink for Rudy Ascot last night, which is weird because he works at a bank and I work for public media. But help a friend.
Well, you clearly didn't meet each other at work.
Where were we? Were we in Vegas?
Just set the story in Vegas.
No, it was Vegas. We met. We were waiting to get into Dupar's or that place across from the hotel.
Yeah,
the greatest turkey dinner ever.
Yeah. And that
days.
That dude was bringing in his son, and we ended up buying his whole meal. But like don't tell him like that whole, because they were telling us how we're here, like they're from the Midwest or something. We're here. We're chatting in line because there's only so many tables in that place, and then we chatting in line and we were talking about something about I know I was going on and on about shrimp cocktail because that's just kind of my go-to brag about that place.
Yeah, and
they were talking about something about, I don't know what else they were talking about, but I think we sent them over shrimp cocktail, and then I ended up buying up their whole meal or something like that. But it was funny because it was just
just here from Midwest to get my son a hooker.
Mr. Chaille, they wanted to put the hooker on the tab, and you said
no.
Take care of that.
He smells like it's bad enough he smells like shrimp.
Kids got to learn. Yeah, anonymous purchase. That's fun.
Well, do you remember the time we were waiting at? I think it was that Sunday. The bartenders were so fucking slow when we were in Vegas, and I bought that guy 2 Bloody Marys. It's like, no, I got it. He was waiting. I said, I bet you I got, because I had a separate bar that the guy was really cool, but nobody was at. So I ran from the guy that was waiting. I go, if they come, order me a beer.
Uh-huh. So
I take off. I get a beer and 2 Bloody Marys and come halfway back through the casino, back to where the guy's at, and go, here's 2 Bloody Marys for you, sir. And he goes, no, how much I owe you? I go, nothing. But is that hysterical? I can go across the casino and get a drink faster than at a bar.
Yeah, that was that sports bar over by the sports book.
Yeah, sports book.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm hoping there's some news about some Vegas dates coming up for Stanhope. That'll be fun again. Head out there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. He's got some plans to do the audiobook, depending on how it's set up. But he wants to get more recordings and do that whole thing again. So yeah, Doug's already thinking towards audiobook, even though he just turned in the second book.
Nice.
Yeah.
Are you going down for the Southern California shows?
No, he's on his way right now. He's driving out there, and then he's hooking up with Morgan Murphy, and Brett Erickson will be hosting, and they're doing, I think, 6 or 7 dates, ending on the 25th in Reno, Nevada, Doug's birthday, and then he's coming back to Bisbee, doing the Boston show, which is a one-nighter. That's just a makeup for back in November, I think. And then we go out on the 8th. And we start in, I think, South Carolina. But it's all on DougStanhope.com tour dates.
Woo.
Yeah. And then we're adding dates all the time. Like I said, if you get on Doug's mailing list on the homepage, DougStanhope.com, you can get an email. The next round of dates that come up are going to be after probably a couple more fill-ins on April because it's almost booked already. And then after probably after May sometime. So we'll be sending out more dates once those become available. Boom.
How many emails? How many emails am I going to get a day?
Depends. How many email addresses are you going to give me?
I can give you a few.
See, there you go. Now, I have to do I don't do all the email blasts, but when I do them, I don't do them very frequently. So I have to remember how to do it every time. I think we use MailChimp. And, so it takes me a while to do it. And then I'm not anxious to do another one. So the only time I really do one is when there's really some information to get out there. So I'm not a go-getter with the emails, but when I do send you something, they'll have the links and everything, and it'll be interesting. It'll at least be what we say it's going to be, and not some bullshit thing of helping us out with some unnecessary task or giving us your phone number or something. I don't know.
All right, I'm signing up right now. You're asking me for a lot of information, but I trust you. You need to know my zip code? Come on, Chaille.
No, because then we can target the people that are actually in the area that we're going to go to. Right? I can send it. Look, if you're in North Carolina, why am I sending you California dates? Right?
What if I'm traveling?
You're right. So maybe I will send them to you.
Well, if you go down, John, it asks, are you going to be traveling when he's in California?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll go down there. And then it'll say where you're traveling. And then if you can give us your confirmation number for the hotels you're at.
Your Netflix password?
Yeah.
Why do you need a PIN number for my ATM card? That doesn't make sense.
Why wouldn't I? Do you not want to get an advance jump on these tickets? If I can go in and I can withdraw the money and transfer right to the account, then I don't even have to bother you. Bam, you've got tickets. John, you're first in line. You're first in line.
Don't even tell me about the show. Don't even bother me with the show. Just take the money.
Yes.
You're in North Carolina now. You booked tickets. You're good.
John, you had a good time at the show. Don't you remember?
I had a great time, I think. I say so.
You bought T-shirts for everyone.
You see the volcano that went off?
What volcano?
The one in Italy.
Wait a minute. When was the last time we did an update on your predictions?
I don't know, but I've been right on the money in the whole fucking war with China thing.
Oh yeah.
You notice we're cutting education and we're going right into military spending. We're getting rid of everything. We're getting rid of the EPA, the APA.
Meals on Wheels.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Get rid of it.
Who hates Meals on Wheels?
It's not hate. Why should we pay for it? If you want dinner, pay for it. Why is there a free lunch in this country? My God, you're starting to sound like Mexicans sneaking across the border.
War with China. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun war, I think.
It's going to be quick. And I said how it's going to happen. And I'm exactly right. We're going to get sucked in with North Korea. And then you got your back actually to the China Sea. And then they just come in, cut us off, and we're fucked. Don't worry. Japan's got a bunch of old people with samurai swords.
I don't know how you can say you were exactly right when it hasn't happened yet.
It's gonna happen. They're doing it right in front of you. This is the prestige, John.
Don't blink.
Yeah. I'm just a hop, skip, and a jump from anywhere I want to be that we're not in conflict.
I get all my news from Becker, and
that's a safe source.
But did you see the volcano, the one I said that caused global changing?
The volcano in Italy, I guess it erupted?
Yeah, went off. But the tourists were all going there to go see the volcano going off, like you would if you were at a zoo or you want to see a whale fucking landed on a beach somewhere. Yeah, we'll go look. What they forgot was it's a live volcano, you fucking retards. And even a BBC crew at least they got good video. It's kind of like that bear attack.
Yeah.
They got close. What happened was big lava rocks start shooting out. They hit the snow. And of course, when magma hits water, it explodes. Yeah. And it was blowing up and rocks were flying. The lady goes, "It was the worst experience of my life." And I go, "Really? Too bad you weren't a virgin. You could have kept going." Running away from it.
So it's like full on Pompeii action?
It was, and they got video of it. It's fucking brilliant. It's just that thing where we just become so like, I'm filming the volcano, look at me. And then you go, it's a fucking volcano, you retard, put your phone down.
Well, It's all about getting that good shot. You need the shot. You got to put yourself in harm's way if you want to make a splash on Instagram.
I can't believe Carol's dead. Oh yeah, I saw the video where she was in the volcano when it went off.
Yeah, that has to be live. You can't just take a shot on your camera. That you better be streaming. So get your Periscope accounts or your Facebook Live. Is that one of those things now?
And people are using Facebook Live now. I don't think they use Periscope anymore.
I do not use anything much deeper than just the regular Facebook. Someone was asking me about that the other day, Messenger, and I just don't use it.
We have a baby camera, one of those baby cams I got from a garage sale, and I just use that now.
to message who?
That's black and white baby thing, just to say, put the money in a duffel bag and leave it in the park.
Becker just got one end of the intercom system. The other end's in some kid's room somewhere, and Becker just talked to him.
He has no idea where he's broadcasting to.
Yeah.
Did you see that where people were hacking into those? They were hacking into the kids cams or whatever they call them.
Yeah.
And they were just fucking watching. Someone's watching my kid. And I go, yeah, well, you clearly weren't.
There was somebody who's doing it. It was just like, they would just like go on and talk to the kid all night and just be like, fuck you, kid. Fuck you. Go to sleep. And like, it's like, why are you doing that?
I'll slit your throat, you little piece of shit.
Someone's terrorizing kids?
Yeah, I guess I wondered why they were doing that, but now that I've said it out loud, it is pretty funny, so I can see why they're doing that.
Wait, John, was this an admission of guilt? Do you somehow feel absolved?
Yeah. It feels good to get it out.
All right. As long as you feel good. The kid's cowering and peeing his pants every night.
Oh, because of your baritone voice coming over his bear with a glowy eye.
It's weird. The bedwetting seemed to start right after we lost that one half of the nanny cam. Hey, so I sent you guys some pictures of some stuff off of the work floor over at Ghost Ride. You guys see them?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of hair on some barbed wire.
No, it's no, those are two pictures. What are you doing? Putting it together like a kaleidoscope? It's a
no, look at the barbed wire. There's like a bunch of hair hanging off of it.
Oh wow, you must have really blown that up.
Oh yeah, I'm getting deep in. How many pixels is this?
Yeah, I don't know. It's all right. It's 600. It's 600 by I think 700.
Oh, it's an axe. It's barbed wire on an axe.
Yeah. I think that might even be like a fireman's axe with a point on the back. But these are all, they put these together there, and there's hair and blood, and that razor wire is just plastic. But these are like for actors or characters, if you will, to interact or to be in the haunt with fake looking, but realistic looking props.
Now tell me about the one with the fucked up ear and the head. Like, what is
that's? We'll put these in the show notes too, so you can check it out. But that's a new process they have to make it look like someone with shaved head. That's all hand laid on there with a flocking machine.
Huh.
Yeah.
Where the hell are they?
Where the who the what?
No, I mean I kept getting notified I'm getting the pictures, and now I can't find them anywhere. I don't.
Well, on Skype, if you open up the Skype window, there's up in the upper right hand corner, there's a little thing that looks like a word bubble from a cartoon. Just click on that, and that'll open your messenger, so we can message back and forth. You can also send pictures.
You're missing out, Becker.
Bubble. There's no word bubble.
All right.
Shit. Anyway, I'll see it later when you're not around.
When you go to the show notes and find out what we talked about today.
Yeah, that's an update on the fact that. Hey, did you see we got more penguins than they thought?
Where in Anchorage?
No, not in Anchorage. But no, the little Madagascar-looking penguin things, the tall ones that tip over.
Oh yeah,
yeah. They said they miscounted, and the reason they miscounted was they would go by where they eat, and they didn't realize some of them eat alone over by the coast, and now they think they said we're like 3.6 million off on the count on how many, because now they're using drones to fly over and count them.
Yeah,
that's a lot to be off.
It's a lot. There's 17 million fucking penguins.
So basically, they weren't counting the stoners under the bleachers. They were just where they were basically in the cafeteria.
They were going by penguin waste and the feeding area. That's all they were going by for. It was like a bad Nielsen rating.
That's one way to rate a TV show. Just shit where you're
How
sitting.
many Rotten Tomatoes is that, John?
75%.
Oh, I did go see a pretty good movie. I'm not really into comic books and all that stuff. I never was as a kid, but the lovely Miss Tracy totally knows all that. Knows the history, knows the worlds, the Marvel world, the DC world. And other than finding out just enough to tease her about it, I don't know shit about any of that stuff. But we did go see Logan, which is about Wolverine, and it was pretty good.
It's pretty great. I watched it too. I cried. I cried
at the end. I wasn't going to say anything. I was trying to figure out how I could say I cried at the end, but yeah, I did, man.
No sequel?
Oh, there'll be a sequel on this one, but
someone's
not going to be there. Spoiler alert.
Wait, which one?
Hugh Jackman has played Wolverine for almost 20 years. He's been playing that character.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the first X-Men came out in 2000.
All right. Yeah, I don't know.
Originally, John Popper was going to be there.
John Popper?
Yeah.
From Blues Traveler?
Yeah, he was going to be the original
harmonica guy.
But
I did not know that. That is a fun fact.
Yeah, it's true.
But I thought the story was good, and like I said, I'm not really a fan of the comic book genre movies. I mean, I know they're popular and everything. I think they're overdone, but I thought that was a good story.
Yeah.
But I'm coming in clean. I don't have any preconceived notions of how it's supposed to go. I'm trying to wonder who Wolverine is, and it's like, now this is Wolverine, right? That's how basic my fucking understanding is, or misunderstanding.
It was great because it was one of the few superhero movies where it wasn't like the world is going to explode.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a small story.
I can't watch the Transformers. It's just, it's too much overload. The editing is too fast. It feels like I'm on a roller coaster,
I use that actually as a litmus test. I go, what did you think of Transformers? They go, I love it. Did you see the new one? I go, okay, we're done talking.
Yeah. Next.
Next.
I tried to watch the first one, and it's just like robots fighting, but you can't tell what's happening. It looks like they're just throwing junk metal at each other and calling it a movie.
It's the action is just a little too fast to where you're just seeing colors. Like if someone took you by the feet and started spinning you in a circle, where you see the world going by in a big kaleidoscope of colors. That's what Transformers feels like to me. And I just don't even.
That's the point.
I guess so. Yeah. I guess we should all be on Adderall while we film a movie.
If you don't puke while you're watching the movie, it's not a good movie. That's what Orson Welles said.
Rose Block. Yeah, I couldn't.
Remember that?
Go ahead.
That giant fight scene in the middle of Citizen Kane? people throwing sleds at each other?
Yeah. That's the director's cut. I did. What movie did I see the other day? The Maltese. See, I like the old Turner Classic movies, like Maltese Falcon, and I saw the African Queen. Was that originally in black and white?
Yeah.
Did they colorize that or something?
Yeah, you watch the colorize.
Yeah. Which I mean,
I ever see a bee sting twice?
But I like some of the older movies. I guess I'm giving away my age, but
you're the oldest man in the world.
Not your age. Honest to God, the older movies, even a bad B movie is better than a new movie. Better than your kids movie, your Wolverine thing.
Yeah. No, actually, there was
true, John. I'll take any movie. I'll just grab one and go, here, look, it's Robert Mitchum. You'll be like, oh, how'd they do that with his chin? Special effects?
Robert Mitchum had the high-waisted pants, and he had a short tie for a while, too, which is kind of my thing.
Yeah, so, Robert Mitchum movie. I mean, you ever watch the original Cape Fear?
Yeah, I was going to say Cape Fear was fucking scary,
the shitty remake.
Yeah, well, I mean, the remake wasn't that bad, but if you go back and watch the original one, you go, I see what they were going to do here.
It's like when they did those horror movies where they used all the makeup on one guy and the other guy just converted his face, and when you went, oh my God, that was like real acting. I mean, if I'm putting spirit gum all over you to make you fucking look mean, then you fucked up.
Yeah, that Cape Fear is good. That Cape Fear is really good.
It used to be like in the old old movies, old horror movies, they would just, when they wanted somebody to like transform to something, they just like moved a light from like above him to below him, so the light changed on his face.
It's called film noir.
Yeah, it's called dramatic lighting.
Yeah.
Man, some of those old film noir, John, if you could ever figure out how to do that, you could have a third class in video.
I mean, you can figure out how to do that. It's not a mystery.
No, it is a mystery. And to be really good at it, though. These were old German guys that came over, basically fleeing the Nazis, and then they worked in Hollywood until they died. But they were amazing. They knew how to get confessions out of actors.
Watch the old fucking Nosferatu, dude.
Yeah.
The lighting on that one.
I'm not saying old movies are bad. I'm just saying not all old movies are good.
No, even the worst old movie is still good. I just watched Annie Get Your Gun. Fucking amazing.
Really?
You're naming a bunch of like classic movies.
All right. Well, what do you want? You want me to give you the
Science Theater 3000? They made an entire series based on shitty old movies.
No, they did it on the 50s, the sci-fi movies. That's not even close to what we're talking about here. You know that, right?
No.
Once the 50s hit, they didn't know what to do. That's your Doctor Who kind of fucking.
Those are your new movies that you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's another thing I weed people out. I love Doctor Who. I go, you're an idiot and you think you're smart. Get out of here.
The Daleks.
I'm lucky to have no opinion on Doctor Who. I've never seen any of it.
I never really got into it. It was PBS, John. This is part of your fucking wheelhouse, man. How come you don't know How are you going to get me to open my wallet and you can't even talk about Doctor Who, that was a staple back in the 70s. How are you connecting with your customers?
He's a doctor, travels around in a phone booth and like, I don't know, do they do surgery on people? I don't know.
No, but that's the thing, John. You got to sell it. You got to go, hey, Doctor Who, put the fun in funding, friend. PBS.
For less cost of a cup of coffee a week, you could be supporting Doctor Who on PBS.
No, and that's it. And then you go, I haven't seen a phone booth in fucking 20 years.
You're barking up the phone booth crowd. Maybe that's why you're not getting any funding.
Remember the good old days when phone booths were everywhere?
John, did you ever see a movie with a young actor named Marlon Brando in it?
Does Doctor Who have Marlon Brando?
No, but the point is like, take anything by Marlon Brando. Like On the Waterfront. There's a fucking B movie at best.
There's a movie. On the Waterfront was a B movie? I'm saying,
what? You're saying it's better than that little Logan's Run there?
It won Best Picture.
Yeah, but I mean, you get the point. The point is, I pick any one of these movies. They're better than anything you're trying to sell me here.
You're naming all the movies that are on a channel called Turner Classic Movies.
Yeah, classic, like affordable.
We're painting John into this corner that he like hates all movies of any kind. That it's like, that John's a real asshole. How does he even work for a media company?
They're just not real. That's what I'm saying, you guys. If you want something real, you got to go to the theater. You need to be watching local theater.
Okay, here's the quiz, John. You come home, you're late at night, boom, you got shit to do in the morning. You turn on the TV, Jaws is on. Do you watch it?
Of course I'm watching Jaws.
Fuck yeah, but I mean, you got shit to do. You really don't have time for this. 15 minutes of commercials between 3 minutes of fucking video.
What do I have to do? I got nothing going on. I'm watching Jaws.
That's my point. Like, I've watched Jaws. I've come home and Jaws will be on. I go, fuck it, I'm watching it. It's just such an amazing movie. I think it was a land crab.
And at the same time, the sequels. I had a bad situation with a sequel the other night that I was getting ready to fly. I was up way too late trying to pack before we were leaving for this flight, and Beneath the Planet of the Apes was on, and I haven't seen it in a while. And this is the sequel right after the original Planet of the Apes came out. It was so fucking bad.
I thought Beneath the Planet of the Apes. Whoa. I got a dog. I thought Beneath the Planet.
You're lucky you're not in New Zealand.
Yeah.
Somebody shoot this dog. He's running around like crazy. I thought Beneath the Planet of the Apes was like number 3 in the series.
I thought it went Planet of the Apes, Beneath the Planet of the Apes, and then Conquest, because then there's also War of the Planet of the Apes. I'm not talking about I'm talking about the ones in the 70s. I'm not talking about the Marky Mark and all that.
There was a.
Was there?
It's Planet. Man, there's a shitload of them. I forgot there's so many. It's Planet of the Apes, Eat the Planet of the Apes, Escape from the Planet of the Apes, Conquest of the Planet of the Apes, Battle for the Planet of the Apes, Rise of the Planet of the Apes, and finally, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
So beneath, Roddy McDowall didn't come back, and Chuck Heston only came back and did the scene with Nova, which probably was shot in one afternoon. And basically him and a scantily clad gal on horseback. But all of the fucking, it was so bad. I kept watching it. I had shit to do. It's fucking 2 a.m. I got to get up at 7 to drive for 2 hours. And I still watched it almost until I just couldn't stand it. And when they had the beings that didn't talk, until they figured out that this creature could only communicate by the pedestrian way of communicating, which is to vocalize. All right, if we have to, we'll talk with our mouths, basically is what it was. But for a while, they're communicating by just like staring and then like leaning and staring harder. And then there would be a voiceover asking this humanoid why he can't converse with them. Yeah. Oh my God, it was so bad. And Planet of the Apes, the original was like a winner. That was huge. And
wasn't it written by, Rod Serling, the Twilight Zone guy?
I think the first one was, but he had nothing to do with the second one. And the second one, I read that they took the budget from the first one, which went way over budget, and the studio said, all right, we'll fund another one, and they just cut everything in half and said, you have to do it for that. And you can see they'll have like 1 or 2 or maybe 3 hero makeup jobs in the foreground, and everyone in back, they don't even have fucking makeup on their eyelids. They're all wearing masks, and it's really bad. Really bad. But Jaws 2, I didn't even like that one.
But Fletch, remember Fletch? Fletch, greatest movie ever. And then Fletch 2, unwatchable.
Yeah.
But was Fletch 2, did it have Chevy Chase in it?
Yeah, it did.
Oh, it did?
It was just him going to the bank, cashing a check, but it was good.
Yeah, the second one, that's when he goes and inherits like a plantation from his like dead uncle or something.
But you admit it. It didn't matter, but you could just tell that's where writers come in. An actor is just a fucking goddamn color swatch. And without writing, it was so horrible. And you're going, how can this be that bad? And you went, because he's not funny.
Well, I've heard Chevy Chase is just a wonderful person to work with, so I'm sure it was a great experience.
A treasure.
He got in a fight with a guy he was working with on a one-man show. So you got to realize that he's on pain pills. He fell down as Gerald Ford.
Oh, is that the excuse?
Yeah, that's really what he's always said. He got hurt when he was doing the pratfalls on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, that was that Quint. That's where he got hurt in Jaws when he was in the mouth of the shark, the mechanical shark. He suffered a back injury that plagued him for the rest of his life. That fucking character is great.
Fuck! Do you see that Chris Angel fucking passed out when he was trying to do his stuff?
That was a joke, right? That was just him trying to get.
Was that the funniest thing ever? I go, wow, somebody took the wrong pill right before the show.
He's trying to get the juice that Blaine gets. Because Blaine had to go he did that thing where he fake shot himself in the mouth, and then he had to go to had to get in the ambulance because he had a scrape on the underside of his the roof of his mouth or something. I think Blaine was just trying to grab some of that action.
No, it wasn't funny. He's upside down, dangling on a straitjacket escape, spinning, and he passes out. I go, I've been hungover before. That's the last thing I want to do.
Hey, Becker, I got to ask you. You definitely do up close magic. You're a fan of magic for years. When he's explaining to Oprah when he's in a straitjacket that they've put on, which the people that are putting the straitjacket on, they work with him. He might say they're from the audience, but they work with him, right?
Because it doesn't even matter. A straitjacket is not something they got rid of them for a reason. You can get out of them like handcuffs in a fucking back of a Chicago cop car.
So when he's hanging upside down on the Oprah show, and he goes, and now I will pop my shoulder out of its socket, and you hear everyone gasp. That's bullshit, right?
No, it's all bullshit. I mean, some people.
So you don't have to do that to be able to.
You know, you squeeze them when you're cold. And you take a sweater and you ball it up. All you do is take the leather. I did a straitjacket escape since I was 13. I own one. The Posley Company. I had to bring a fake note into the medical supply place at 13 and go, my parents said it's okay. And it's in my writing. And the lady looks at it. She's like this old cafeteria looking lady. And she goes, all right, what size? And I go, my size? And so I still have it. And, rumor has it my twin brother used it in his first marriage, and that's how they had their first kid. He escaped at least from that marriage.
Took him a while. And he had to dislocate his shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
But
both shoulders.
The pain makes you really feel alive.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, I understand all that part. That's all theatrical stuff.
Yeah.
I like the close-up guys. How about the guy hanging himself in the closet at the Magic Castle?
I've heard about that. I've been to the Magic Castle.
Yeah, the Magic Castle. So what happens is there's a guy I grew up watching do magic, and I met him a couple times, and he's sleight of hand, and he's amazing. His name's Daryl, and
Becker, hold on a second. Becker, to back up, the Magic Castle is in Hollywood, and it's a fraternal organization of magicians, and they have it's a club, and they do have performances there, but don't you have to be invited in by a member? You have to be
invited, but you can go as a spectator and go see it. But they keep it really hush hush, and then there's the private rooms where all the magicians can go, and then they have all the books there, literature, and all the famous guys all hang out there.
So you have to be invited, and then you have to pay for dinner and the show, right?
Yeah, but there's a secret passageway, and it's kind of like the Comedy Store. It's Comedy Store for magic. Yeah. There's a main room, there's a bunch of close-up rooms, and then there's the real super secret room. If you get in that room, you're fucking gold, because that's the room you're not supposed to be in.
When I went, I think I told this before, I'll just really touch on it really quick. I went with a gal that I met up in Anchorage. Her last name is Osi, and her grandfather is the one who kept that place open when it was on pretty hard times, and it was actually closed for a while. He was the caretaker of that place. And when she was in LA once, she called me up and said, hey, do you want to go to the Magic Castle? Well, fuck yeah. We go there, and then the magicians were like, when they knew it was her, they were passing it amongst each other that she was there, and we went to all the rooms, and because you just walk from one room to the next, and there might be a guy with at a table, and there's 8 people, and he's doing some up close magic. Then you go into another room, and there's 3 people, and then just one and it's really intimate and really cool. And every single one of them told stories about her grandfather to her. It was really fucking cool. So anyway,
no, and that's the thing is I'm 3-tier. There's 4 tiers to the whole thing,
wow.
I'm 3-tier. So I don't know why we're in California ever. We don't just go.
Yeah.
But they're opening a second one. Did you know that?
No.
The second one's going to open up.
So and you were saying about the guy, something happened there.
So what happened is apparently they thought it was they listed it as an accident because they found a dead body on a Friday night hanging in a closet. And they said, oh no. And then they thought it might be murder, right? So now all of a sudden you're in a Angela Lansbury zone. You're like, oh, this will be a great movie. And who did it, right? And then it turned out they think he was in between shows. He does close-up work, but he was in between shows. And they think he went into a closet and was doing the hang yourself game while jerking off because he didn't have any clothes on. And he hung himself. He David Carradine himself right during halftime.
That would be suspicious behavior.
But I don't want to be confused the story because what happens is this guy does this. It makes national news. Man found dead, naked, hanging in closet at Magic Castle. So you think, well, maybe that's what fucking Chris Angel was trying to top.
Was the guy they found at the Magic Castle also promoting a Vegas show?
Maybe, I don't know. But, yeah, and free shrimp.
Seems so weird to be like, well, if I got 15 minutes for my next show, I might as well take off all my clothes, wrap a belt around my neck, and hang myself in the closet jacking off.
Fair, John, after hanging out there as much as I did in the early days, that's why I never wanted to get to that 4th tier.
It's a very intimate show.
Yeah, the fourth tier is a little creepy. But so this happens, right? So what I meant was so the other guy that was just grew up watching the guy's hysterically funny, dry sense of humor, actually did magic in Iowa at the Happy Joe's, the same place I did magic at when I started. We thought we invented it, me and this other kid that went there to go do table magic for people eating pizza. Uh-huh. And it turned out, they go, well, Daryl did this here. And I'm like, Daryl, like the real Daryl guy? And they go, yeah, he came here and did it at Happy Joe's. I'm like going, this is fucking amazing. So I've always been a fan. Well, here's the deal. Magician dies, hang himself naked in closet at the Magic Castle. Well, what happened was the news media, Daryl happens to die the next morning of natural causes at home.
I don't follow.
Wait. So you know the guy who died in the closet in Magic Castle, or another guy? No,
but I'm trying to exactly what happened with the media. This is why the media is such crap. So some stations ran, Daryl the magician was found dead, naked, hanging in the closet. No, different guy. He happened to die at the wrong time, is what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah. Two Daryls.
They listed it was Daryl, and I go, really? And then it turned out, no, this other guy did it. He was pretty well known, too. Bunch of TV credits and stuff. But he's the guy who died in the closet. Daryl happened to die the next morning, and media went, magician dies. I guess it must have been him. And so poor Daryl got...
What are they going to do? Do reporting? Come on, Becker. You're asking too much.
I'm saying it's a weird way.
No press is bad press.
Well, it is if you're dead.
It really doesn't matter at that point. Hung
yourself jerking off in a closet.
It sounds like an elaborate trick. Very elaborate trick.
Oh, if you could just make that story disappear.
Well, you know, when a magician dies, right before they put him in the thing, they break the magic wand and throw it in there.
Is that a real thing?
That's what they do. In the thing, they break the wand and they throw it in, and then they throw dirt on you and you're dead.
Sounds like he was in the closet breaking his own wand, if you know what I mean.
Well, that was it. The wand has been broken.
Magicians, such a dangerous lifestyle.
Oh yeah, the loneliness and the fame.
Oh, and that Power Ranger guy just confessed too.
Who?
You remember the Power Ranger that killed his roommate with a sword?
Wait, is this another? Hold on, is this another closet incident?
No, but it's another weird one. It was Hollywood. He was like one of the main Power Rangers, and he got in a fight with his roommate and killed him with a samurai sword.
Man, really holding on to that character.
Well, yeah, but the thing is now the other day he just pled guilty. Now he's just like, he goes, yeah, all right, I did it. I don't know what. So he's doing like 15 years for manslaughter.
Ricardo Medina.
Yep.
It's not hard to put that Johnny Bravo suit on someone else. He doesn't have much sway. With a manslaughter conviction hanging over your head, the producers just go find someone else who fits that blue helmet. We don't need this guy.
There's a new Power Rangers movie coming out, so he should have waited. Yeah. I feel like he would have gotten a friendly jury if he would have waited until after the movie came out.
Oh yeah, had the reviews been good.
Yeah.
6
years. Actor faces 6 years in prison for killing roommate with a sword. Is that?
Yeah. Okay, it was 6. Yeah, isn't that funny? I know 6 years is all you get for killing your roommate.
You get 10 years for having weed on you in Iowa.
Oh, did you see what the other story in Iowa? They're suing, the attorney general suing a company in Iowa because they're selling a drinkable sunscreen.
What?
They're saying this, you drink our product and it basically causes osmosis because we put magic bubbles in it or something, and it causes you not to get sunburned.
Fun fact, all sunscreen is drinkable.
Yeah. So is plutonium.
And it will prevent you from getting sunburnt because you'll be in the shitter for fucking most of the day.
Leave your sunbonnet at home because you are going to be shitting at the beach toilet all day long.
Yeah, but isn't that like natural selection, the people that believe that kind of shit? I mean, aren't we mollycoddling the people that really should not be smart enough to be alive? Who's drinking fucking sunscreen and thinking that that's going to keep their skin from tanning?
I mean, these new technologies have to start somewhere. Somebody's got to be the first one to drink sunscreen or.
No, but just like with like Ben Franklin or any of these inventors, the government tries to stop them out before you get your product on the market. You know?
Yeah.
Fucking FDA.
Our product is Shark Tanked.
I think is the FDA one of the agencies that's going to be gone soon too, or is that one sticking around?
That's the EPA you're thinking of.
But so
the ones that make sure that the air is clean.
The one that makes sure we don't poison the planet immediately.
Yeah.
Only one we're keeping is the NRA. That's the only one that's going to survive.
Yeah.
Hey, that's the other fucking story I got home to because I saw the story. Some guy had his car running at Tesoro, and it's a gas station up here. And he happened to come out, and he noticed his car leaving without him. So he whips his gun out and fucking shoots at his own car trying to stop him.
Wouldn't it be great if it was just a car that looked just like his pulling out?
Yeah.
He's like,
I know, that's what I thought.
He went out the other side of the building. Oh, fuck, I'm on the north side. My bad.
Sorry.
But, we've had the most stolen vehicles ever in the history of Alaska so far this year.
Big year. We're breaking records. This is, I said at the beginning of the year.
Greg, how many cars do you think were stolen so far this year?
Well, I do know that in Alaska, a lot of people leave their cars running to either warm them up or to keep them running while they run in really quick, dash in and come out. And a lot of those people don't have auto locks.
No.
They just, so it becomes a crime of convenience.
That's me.
But, I don't know. I have no idea how many cars have been stolen.
329 cars have been stolen so far since the first of the year, Greg.
That's crazy.
And today's St. Patrick's Day. I mean, so that's over 100 a month in little old Anchorage.
And we're still counting moose. It's amazing to me. It's turning into just shitville.
I definitely start my car in the morning and I don't have like locks on it when it's running. I only have one set of keys, so it's just running. And the other day I started my car and then I started watching an episode of Frasier, completely forgetting about my car. And was just sitting out there running for like half an hour. And then I was like, oh yeah, I gotta go.
To me, it's crazy. And I'm just sitting there going, why don't the cops, just pull, if you got that many stolen cars on the road, just pull somebody over. It might be stolen.
You have
don't run the plates. Just go, get out of the car.
It's a numbers thing. Pull over enough cars, sooner or later, one of them is going to have an APB out on it.
But what happens in Anchorage when cars get stolen? Because it's not like other big cities where it goes to like a shop or something.
No, what they're doing, John, is they're heroin addicts and opiate addicts because we can't figure out how the doctors are somehow giving out opiates to these guys. But they're stealing the car because then they go commit a crime. Like they're driving through storefronts and then robbing the store and taking off, and they just leave the car because, hey, it's not mine.
You know what we should do? We should, to fix this heroin problem, we should get rid of all of the agencies that provide services for addictions and give all that money to the military. Boom. Solved it.
Boom. You know what? You could be our president.
Did you read the paper today?
I read some headlines.
All right, guys, we're over an hour right now. Let's get going.
Overachievers.
Jesus. Look at this.
Oh, with the new Trump ban. That's my new game I'm playing. It's the new Trump ban for Hollywood. It's 1 degree of separation from Kevin Bacon.
What's that?
It means if you ever worked with Kevin Bacon and you're a foreigner, you're probably not coming back.
I think it's going to take off.
Wait, let me write the rules down again so I can play it.
I love it. Roman Polanski is still trying to get in.
Is he allowed in? Is he one of the ones?
He still wants to do it. He goes, come on, I fucked a 14-year-old back when they had hair all over him.
I swear to God, I thought she was 15.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone. This is Matt Becker back in Alaska, realizing green beer comes out green, too.
And I am John Norris, also in Anchorage, Alaska. Here's to swimming with bow-legged women.
And I'm Ggreg Chaille. This week in Bellevue, Washington, taking the long way to the haunt show in St. Louis, but it'll be worth it.
Happy early Halloween, Greg.
Oh, yeah. Every day. Thanks for listening.
You've been listening to the Near the Wild podcast with Matt Becker, John Norris, and Ggreg Chaille. Recorded in Anchorage, Alaska on Matt Becker's Backyard Bus. Produced and engineered in Bisbee, Arizona by Chaille.
all you do is you just retain slack. What you do is, you know how you ball up a sweater when the sleeves are too long?